Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making a transfer tank for John's Ag Shop. This is going to be a hydraulic oil transfer tank for tractors and stuff like that. For those that do not know what a transfer tank is, you've probably seen one before on the back of a truck, but usually they're used to fill up, you usually fill them up with diesel, so you can pump the diesel into a tractor or an excavator or anything like that. But we are going to be making kind of a smaller one today. It's going to be about 14 to 15 gallons, right there in that range. It is 17 inches tall, 6 inches wide, and 32 inches long. It's going to have a fill-up tube here at the top, same with, and a pump-out tube. These are 2-inch MPT threads, and then there is going to be 2 D-rings on each end so you can tie it down. So I'm going to go get the Hypertherm plasma cutter all hooked up and everything, and we're going to get to cutting. So let's get right to work. I've now got the tank all cut out. So these are the 32 by 17. These will be the sides. The 32 by 6 is the bottom. Top is over there. I just kept the top over there so I don't weld it yet because I'm gonna have to cut the holes in it and stuff. And then the sides are 17 by 6 and they are here. So this one I've started grinding on. As you can see, it's real shiny around the edges. I'm gonna go around to all these pieces of metal, grind the edges, so whenever I start welding, I have a clean surface to weld to, especially since this is a transfer tank. You don't want anything to be leaking out of the welds, so we'll be running a pressure test after, but you want these pieces of metal to be clean so it ensures a nice, good weld. Okay, so we have 5 sides welded together here, or actually just tacked, my bad, not welded. But I tacked them on the inside because I didn't want the tacks to get in my way whenever I was doing my welds. But I'm gonna go inside, grab a bite to eat real quick, come back out here and get the sides all welded up. The top is gonna be probably next week. It'll be right after the clip of me welding that for y'all, but it'll be next week for me because my coupling, my 2-inch couplings aren't in for this yet. So I'll get back to y'all after I eat. Give my welder a little bit of time to cool down because it doesn't like to weld a lot of passes. I'm using a Lincoln 180, if anyone's wondering, with the argon CO2 mixture. But this is one side fully welded up. Up here, I was trying to get my welder dialed in. No, actually, that was on the back side. Yeah, this welder right here, I was welding it way too hot, and it actually melted my tip. That's the first tip I've ever went through on this welder. So, milestone for me, I guess, but just completely melted it together. But yeah, so that was a little bit too hot, but I got the bottom corners welded, and we will work on this side next once my welder cools down, finish that off, and then we will weld the real long ones on the bottom after that. Has been welded completely around now. While I'm waiting on the couplings to come in, I'm going to make the pressure regulator. So what it's going to be is this cap, we're going to tap a hole in it, thread this into it, and then this is like a tire fill-up valve. That's going to go in this end, and then the pressure gauge is going to go in this end. So the first thing we're going to do is go drill our hole in the 2-inch cap and get it tapped. So you just saw me get my pressure gauge regulator all done. So pretty simple, just a 2-inch MPT pipe fitting, and then, or pipe cap. And then I have a regular Phillip nozzle on that end, and then your 100 pound or PSI gauge on top. And then my union came in. This is also a 2-inch MPT union. This is not a galvanized, this is a blacked or something like that. This is what I'm gonna be using for the threads inside of the tank. So you have two sides here. If I can get it apart, there we go. So what I'll do is, this will be one side, this will be the other side, and I'll just weld them in, turn upside down, weld them on the bottom, and then flip it over, and then this will be sticking out of the top of the tank so you can thread your stuff in. So that'll be it, and then got another cap so I can pressure regulate it. So what we're gonna do first, grab the plasma cutter, cut our octagon holes out, and then we will start welding the unions in. Got the couplings welded on, looking pretty good. I tacked them from the bottom, just welded them around the top, as you can see there. The next thing I need to do is take this piece, sit it up top, tack it up there, weld it on. After we get that welded on, then I'll put the D-rings on. So that is the next step. So I just finished welding it all up, got the D-rings welded on. The next thing we're gonna do is put some pressure in it. So I have my gauge up here. We're gonna put about 30 pounds in it. Well. I found one leak already, so we're gonna go around, spray some water and soap on it, see where all the leaks are, and then we'll get back to you. Okay, so all these side welds look really good. Actually, I forgot to spray this side. But I just have some soap and water, spray it on there, and then when it has a leak, you'll see bubbles like that. Which I saw that hole earlier, and then I forgot to grind it down and fill it in. But all the other sides look really good. Right here actually is a little tiny one. Maybe, maybe not. I can't really tell. I'm gonna spray that area again, that corner, and then I need to do the bottom here in a second. So we went ahead and got it painted. I believe all of the leaks are fixed now. I just pumped in 10 pounds of pressure, or well, it's about 11 pounds, so between 10 and 11. And we are gonna let it sit for about 30 minutes and come back, make sure it is still at the same pressure. About 3 hours now, and it is holding about the same pressure, but it is leaking a little bit around the threads. I just didn't put enough Teflon around this one, I believe. So that's just one of those things, but I'm gonna take off the fittings, get this thing painted black one more time, and we will be good to go. And that's gonna be a wrap to this video. Thank y'all for watching. So the 15-gallon hydraulic tank is done. I went ahead and finished painting it glossy black. Also added the vent cap. It also has a lock right there where you can drop a lock on so no one can open it, but quick access. I'm sure most of y'all have seen this before. And then on the other side, the man I'm making for it already has the pump, so that will go in whenever I give it to him. But thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see y'all in the next video.